son of Israel's Prime Minister has questioned just how sincere the German government is when it says it is standing by Israel. Although Yair Netanyahu does not hold any government position, some do believe his attitude is shared by many Israeli officials too.
It will be nice if you stop interfering in our internal business and stop funding hundreds of radical left-wing NGOs in Israel that seek its destruction. Use the hundreds of millions of euros you use for this to fund hospitals, schools and churches in Germany.
A recent report by Israel claims some European countries, including Germany, have been funding anti-Israel boycott campaigners, going so far as to suggest that some of the money ends up in the hands of Palestinian terrorist groups. The latest jab by the Israeli Prime Minister's son is directed at German Foreign Minister Heiko Maas. Well, that's despite Maas vowing to continue to support Israel's legitimate interests and doing his utmost to oppose attempts to isolate the Jewish state. The German Foreign Minister made the remark on the 70th anniversary of Israel's admission to the UN. Well, we heard some contrasting views on the issue from a foreign affairs analyst and also an Israeli journalist.
Israel-Germany relations are quite ambiguous. At the worst, it's kind of the most hypocritical show in town. Because even if we go only just not too back far in time, Merkel herself has voted at least 16 times in the UN against Israel, defies Trump resolution to recognize Jerusalem while trying to convince other Eastern European nations not to follow Trump. She's also trying to fight Trump's sanctions over Iran. Germany is trying to undermine Israel's sovereignty. What would you expect other than saying, "We stand by Israel"? What do you expect other than that? But reality is pretty much the other way around.
It tells you something about the atmosphere at the Prime Minister's residence, and this should worry some people who care about democracy, about understanding of democracy and understanding of the international law. The atmosphere there seems to be very, very hostile. Germany is a soft spot. Needless to say that Germany is more sensitive to criticism coming from Jerusalem because Germany still carries, rightly so, guilt feelings for the past. But this does not mean that those attacks are legitimate. The world has a right to criticize the Israeli occupation because the Israeli occupation is a clear violation of the international law, and it is the duty of the world to stand against it and to help those who fight it within Israel and outside Israel, to support them financially, morally, to really support all those factors, groups, individuals who are fighting for ending the occupation.